Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ivan Tello. Today, we are outside Title Boxing Club, located in Queens, New York City, just outside the heart of Manhattan. Now, if you follow me this way, we're gonna give you a little walkthrough of the famous gym for all you boxing and kickboxing lovers. Just this way. As you just follow me inside, we're right in front of the reception desk. I'm sure to put some hand sanitizer, germ-free, guys. You can say hello to the staff. Thank you for letting us tour your gym. Appreciate it very much. We'll step right this way. Got some merchandise around here. Figured if you forgot some wrist wraps, t-shirts, gloves, different sizes, different colors. Right over here we have water, H2O, electrolytes. You probably forgot it at home. New York City, you know how it is. Follow me this way, guys. More merchandise. Pretty slew of it. Right over here, right behind Hexen, we have the schedule. It's a pretty flexible schedule. People who work in the morning can't come in. They can come in the evening. You got afternoon, running from 5:45 to 8:30 p.m. Flexible all day. Today I have the honor of introducing Jay Hexen. They're basically going to give us a tour, see how the whole overall operation goes of Title Boxing Gym. So Jay, can you give us a little bit of information on how your memberships work, and do they offer any kind of incentives for new members?
Sure. So basically, if a member wants unlimited access, we have that option. You can either do the billing monthly option or the paid upfront option. So for the billed monthly option, we have a contract, which is a 1-year contract, and it's $109 a month. If you don't want to do a contract, then it's $149 a month. Now, if you want to pay up front, you can do 6 months up front, get 2 months free. So essentially 8 months for $814. Or you can do a year up front with 3 months for free, so 15 months for $1308. And the incentives for paying up front is you get free hand wraps and free gloves. Now, for the people that want to do just classes, so the limited access, we have 4 classes per month or 8 classes per month. 4 classes is $79 a month and 8 classes is $99 a month. Now, there is a registration fee. It's $99 for the limited access memberships. For the unlimited access memberships, no registration fee, just 2 months paid up front, your first and your last month.
Do they have any kind of like termination fees if someone decides they don't want to join anymore, they want to just cancel?
Yeah, so if you're under contract, basically the penalty is that you have to pay your remainder balance unless you move within 25 miles from Title, or if you have a medical emergency, of course.
Okay. Now guys, can you give us an explanation? This really intrigued me. The screen with the numbers and the backs. What is this all about?
Sure, so we have partnered with an app called Impact Wrap. So basically during the boxing rounds of each class, members will see a score on the screen, and that score is an algorithm. It's a measure of how hard you're punching the bag and the number of times you punch the bag. So every time a member comes in, they can keep track of their score, and eventually the goal is to keep increasing the score so that basically they can tell that their stamina keeps increasing with every class.
Jay, I noticed those machines over here by the punch bags. Can you guys come over this way? So you were basically talking about an app. How's the app? Can you elaborate more on the app and how this machine works?
Yeah, so this is the sensor that the app uses. Like I said, it's called Impact Wrap. Basically, when members walk in, they give us their bag number, and then we link that in the system so that during the boxing rounds, they can keep track of their score. So every time they come in, they'll give us their number, and then they keep track of them.
Interesting. Yeah, so you can see back behind us, it looks like they're having a class right now. Can you give me overall how your schedule works, how the classes run, what's going on right now?
Yeah, so basically we offer 48 classes per week. We offer boxing, kickboxing, and MMA classes. Now, members get the flexibility of picking whatever class they want, depending on what type of membership they pick. Just talking about the general structure of the class, let's take a look here. If you guys are actually listening and take a look, the instructor's walking around, demonstrating punches, kicks. And what basically the class is going to do is they're going to follow these combinations. So each class generates to be about an hour long. The first 15 minutes is all cardio based. So meaning it could be push-ups, jumping jacks, runs, squats, lunges, anything in that general area. Then after that, we go to the boxing portion, or kickboxer MMA. That's when you get 8 rounds here. Each round is about 3 minutes long, and you get a 1-minute active rest break. Within that active rest break, you're doing not high intensity stuff, but low intensity stuff, like very slow squats, jumping jacks, lunges, push-ups, jumping jacks, squat jacks, all that stuff. Then we get into the boxing portion, or bag works, so to say, because you do have 3 types of classes. You have boxing classes, kickboxing, and MMA classes. Each round is 3 minutes. There's an active rest break, and there's 8 rounds in total. So that's 30 minutes of the class right there. And then you do the last 15 minutes, which is a 15-minute abdominal workout with a burnout. Once the boxing portion or kickboxer MMA is done, you're gonna go over here, you're gonna grab a mat. Most members are gonna come right here, and he's gonna follow the instructor and follow whatever he does for the last 15 minutes. If you guys wanna take a look and follow me around. So if you take a look right here, we're in round 5 right now. They just started round 5. So right now they're gonna do combinations for the next 2 minutes and 49 seconds. The last 30 seconds, they're gonna burn it out. What I mean by burning out is, let's assume it's a boxing class. The last 30 seconds, they'll say something like jab, cross, and they'll do that non-stop for 30 seconds, and then you have your active minute rest.
Edson, other than classes, what else do members get offered?
Yeah, so other than the 52 classes we do have per week, we do also have, I would say, a full-size gym here. So let me show you guys around. This will be our cardio section. Over here we have the wind bike. You got a couple of Stairmasters, ellipticals, and then you have your treadmills, and you have your cable machine. So members can use that whenever they want, as long as you have an unlimited membership. As you can see, most people here are taking classes, so most of the machines are full all the time. So whenever you want, and you want to get some cardio in, feel free to stop by. On the other side of the gym, we have 2 weight sections, which I'm going to show you guys right now. All right, guys, now this is our second section of the gym. It's also a weight section. So if you want to take a look here, we have I would say like a back extender, ab machine here. We have our cable machine here. We do have a deadlift rack right here. Weights, squats are right behind you. If you want to take a look. And then we have a couple barbells right here. So members, again, can use it anytime they want. Just show up. Kettlebells are great. It's a full body workout. Something you cannot do with a kettlebell. You can work out your whole body with a kettlebell. And if you guys want to take a look here, I call this the hamster wheel. The more you move up on the treadmill, the faster it gets, and the more you actually run backwards, the slower it gets. So it's basically like a hamster wheel. So the further up you run, the faster it gets. And then we have our cycling bikes. We used to offer classes, but nobody really took advantage of that, so we just use it here. You know, people can use it whenever they want. Other than that, we do have a yoga class. It's held right in this section, empty. It's every Sunday at 6:30 a.m. And that's another perk that we do offer for members here.
Interesting. Excellent. In terms of free personal training, do they offer that, like for beginners, people who have no experience in boxing whatsoever?
Yeah, so we don't offer free personal training. That was your first question, but in reference to personal training, the way I recommend it, especially if you have no experience, is take a couple classes, because you want to know what instructor you like. Each instructor has their own different style, so you want to get accustomed to their class first and see if that's the person that you want to train with. Other than boxing, kickboxing, and MMA, we do offer personal training for weightlifting, cardio, build up, anything in that general area. So we don't specifically just focus on fighting. We also work on, again, strength training, cardio, or anything you guys want. That's something that you and the instructor would discuss on your own personal time when you're ready for the assessment. All right, guys, going to the last section of the gym. Welcome to the CrossFit section. The reason why I call it CrossFit, we got our tires here. We have 50, 150, and 300 pounds. If there's no classes going on, like right now, you're able to, bring the tire out and flip them. We do have this as well. I don't know the specific name, but you'll come up, you'll basically put your hands up here, and you'll use that for knee raises for your abdominal. Right here, what we have is for a pull-up, but when you're here, you're gonna come up and actually do a twist. So that's another cool thing. We do have it here as well. We can have battle ropes as well. Use it anytime as long as there's not a class going on. And our speed bag, again, you can use it anytime as long as there's no class going on.
Now, Hexon, I see behind us we have a ring. Do they have any kind of competition here?
Yeah, so we don't do any competitions whatsoever. We are a non-contact gym. So you would say, why do we have a boxing ring here? If you guys don't fight, is it just for display? Matter of fact, it isn't just for display. So we do use it for an aesthetic feel. We also do use it for personal training. Now again, like I said, people do come here to get the best of their fundamentals, their basic. So getting an idea of how to get your fundamentals down, your footwork down, and the size of the ring gives you just an advantage, just a feeling, an idea of how it is actually to be in the ring. So we do use it for that. We can use it for when it's overfilled and we have to do abs, we do it in here. We do also offer jiu-jitsu classes here. So we wouldn't do it on the hard floor, but on the soft floor right here as well.
So Hexon, after the walkthrough we just took of the gym, how do you make it stand out to be as successful as it is today?
Yeah, and just to correct what you said, it's not how I stand out the gym, it's how my team does. So all of our staff is amazing. Each one of us just dedicates and puts 100% to this gym, and we all actually work collectively as one unit. We're not just co-workers, we're actually all best friends with each other. So outside of the gym, most of us will hang out with each other, which is pretty awesome, pretty cool. And it's just a good vibe here, you know, especially where we can, you know, take covers for one of each other. It's not a drag, able to, you know, speak with each other fluently. So it's just a good atmosphere here. But what makes us us, I definitely put a lot of the money into marketing. I do spend thousands of dollars on marketing. Going on Google, make sure when they put gym, we're one of the first people that pop up as an ad. A lot of flyer handouts, and if there's any, let's say, street fairs or carnivals or anything like that going on, we're definitely there, you know, promote to the community, stuff like that. Another way is word of mouth. That's good marketing, but what we really do and that we really focus on is online marketing. Instagram, that's a big platform for us. Twitter, Snapchat, we use that every day. We have our own geotag, hit it hard, hashtag hit it hard. And then the main thing that I would say other than marketing would be our sales team. So if you want to take a look, this is how I have my sales team structured. So we do have 4 reps here. The way I make the number is what we hit last year, and then I increase it. So last year, if you had the number, we had probably like 56 new members, something like that. What I like to do, let's assume if last year, September, we had 56, I want to aim for 60 or 65 new members this deal. And then I put their number accordingly on what they did last year, or if they're a new sales staff, depending on their past performances is how I'll calibrate what number I'll give to them. So I'll give you an example. Hexon and Jaylene are our main sales staff here, so they get the highest number. And then we have a part-time Darlene, and even somebody that's less part-time, Ty, that will give a smaller number. It's very competitive here in sales. We do get something called online leads when somebody subscribes to our online website asking for more information. I get that personally on my email. I send out what's called a lead to our sales rep, and what they have to do is immediately call the person that's interested and find out why they want to come here, explain pricing, and then possibly set them up for a trial class. So that's basically how the sales works here. If any of my sales reps do hit their number, let's say Hexon and Jay hit their number of 18, I give them 100 cash on the side on top of that. Now if they all hit their numbers as a collective group, I'll give them each $200 cash and some free equipment. But yeah, sales is definitely one of the most important things here. They do all work off a commission base, so it gives them more an incentive to work harder. And the more deals they get, so they get higher percentage rips. So if they get 2 deals, 0 to 4%, they can get up to 20% per deal if they hit over 8 deals. So if they're hitting their numbers, each of them, they'll get 20% off of each membership.
Yeah. So we're going to be discussing now the pros and cons. First, we'll start off with the cons. The cons, as you can see, as we took the walkthrough, the facility is pretty small, very limited space. Now, I heard about the Monday classes are very, very packed. So, again, limited space. What I would adjust actually, maybe I would expand this facility, like the weights. Maybe they would be more over. The cardio section probably a little more apart. Just too congested in here. Alright, we are outside Title Boxing Club. I want to talk about some of the cons. Now, some of the cons would be street parking. As you can see, this area in Forest Hills, very difficult to find parking. Even on the weekends, as you can see. Very busy avenue. An alternative to parking will be paid parking, but that basically defeats the purpose because you're already paying for a membership. Another con would be the precinct down that block, taking up the majority of the parking spots. Either the no standing or emergency vehicles, standing zones only. So that is also another con I discussed today. And some of the pros, if you're not in the mood to box, you have unlimited options. You have free weights, bench press, over here, all the way to the back, bikes, treadmills, unlimited cardio. If you're if you're not in the mood to box, those are other options you got. Just outside Title Boxing Club, again, we want to talk about some of the pros. Some of the pros are on this area. We have a lot of this is basically the shopping center. They have Men's Warehouse, Target, place where you can buy clothing if need be. We also have a bunch of restaurants to eat. You have a local Starbucks if you're thirsty. So it's been a very, very busy area. We also have a metro station to get from point A to point B. So a lot going on here. Either before you come into the boxing gym or even after. A lot to do around this area. All right, Hexon. I really appreciate the walkthrough, giving me the time.
Of course.
To get an explanation of the facility. Once again, guys, join. Stay healthy, stay fit.
Let's go.